Today we are going to talk about Viractal, a combination of roguelike deck builder and board RPG game that take place in the magical world of Viractalia. You can start your journey alone or together with up to 2 other players. But anyway, I would highly recommend using a maximum amount of characters, otherwise the experience could become pretty challenging, especially for beginners. Originally, the game was called Viractal World of Viractalia, which I found really creative and smart decision, because the first two symbols here representing 6 in Latin, the max amount of score that you can pull with the dice, and the dice is one of the current mechanics in the game. But let's be honest, using Romanian numbers in the title could make it slightly harder for the players to find the game. So, to make things less complicated, the project had to go to a more user-friendly name on Steam. Viractal. Will you trust your party? This title isn't just sounds intriguing by itself, it actually highlights a key part of the game, the special mechanic known as the Whisper of the Devil, a feature you will only encounter while playing an online co-op. We will dive into details of that very soon. If you never heard about Viractal, don't worry, you're not alone. The developers haven't invested in traditional marketing or promotional campaigns. There are no big Twitch streamers or YouTubers covering it. And while preparing the script for this video, I wasn't even able to find a single interview about this game in English. Being a huge fan of the Dokapon series, I was following the Japanese developer Steam for a really long time, because I didn't want to miss a new entry in the franchise. The most popular part is Dokapon Kingdom, co-op RPG-like basic game that a lot of people used to call literally a game to ruin your friendship. Here you can take advantage of other players and betray them, to rank yourself up, getting rewards and win the competition. At least the game does everything to push you in this direction. Dokapon Kingdom and Viractal have a lot of similarities in game design, mechanics and storytelling aspects. The first one is a pure competition, while the second one is a team play experience that's really necessary to beat the game. Viractal is much more about strategy and team building for killing the final boss, but it doesn't mean that competition and luck-based mechanics become here less interesting or fun. But at the end, Viractal is more about trust between players and teamwork, so it basically could be called unlikely to destroy friendship. When you first start the game, you find yourself in a dimly lit room with a single table at its center. On top of it lies a board game, the World of Viractalia, the very reason you are here. The players are represented as hulking red-eyed white rats sitting around this table. Here you need to choose your character and sign a contract written in an unknown language. The entire setup serves as a precursor to a dark plot twist. Despite the board game aesthetics, the experience is far from magical or friendly. To begin your journey, you can choose from 3 distinct classes. Vislan, the hero, the perfect choice if you want to be the team's primary buffer. In my opinion, he is the best pick for a first playthrough. Rovia, the mage, highly recommended for those who want to focus on inflicting elemental status effects. Eric, the warrior, a classic tank equipped with a shield. He offers powerful damage buffs, but at the cost of self-inflicted debuffs. As you progress, you will unlock a vast array of new classes, cards and items. This constantly expanding pool of content adds significant variety and keeps every run feeling fresh and rewarding. If this is your first time stepping into the world of Viractal, the game will offer you optional guidance to help you find your footing. In addition to their starting deck, each character begins with 2 random passive abilities. This can be game-changing. You might find yourself with increased healing effectiveness, bonus XP gain, or a permanent health boost after every victory. Other abilities offer utility rather than raw power, such as extra movement steps on the map, better prices in shop, or a distant advantage during random events. The gameplay loop is simple. Roll your dice and choose any reachable spot on the map that suits your strategy. The world is filled with various points of interest to discover. Villages and shops. These are your primary hubs. Here, you can purchase items, upgrade or remove cards to refine your deck, and push the main story forward. Encounter and events. You will face dangerous enemies and discover stone circles. These special events allow you to boost your chances of finding gold, better items or rare card drops. Goddess statues. These offer divine intervention, allowing you to add powerful cards to your deck. Caves and monsters. These locations are perfect for those seeking adventure. Explore them to find hidden loot or engage in tough battles for experience and rewards. As you progress deeper into the game, you will unlock dedicated locations with specialized statues. These become essential for high-level play, as they allow you to fine-tune your deck by permanently erasing weak cards or upgrading your most powerful ones. The world offers a surprising amount of exploration. Even landing on a seemingly empty road or plant tile allows you to perform different actions. On a road tile, you can rest to heal, sometimes even increasing your max health or snagging an extra card if you have the right abilities. You can also choose to explore and trigger a random event. Road tiles allows for 2 actions per turn, but they cost dice points. These are the green gems you earn for every unused movement point on your dice. On plant tiles, exploring and triggering events is completely free, but you are limited to only 1 action per turn. Even if you want to see everything the map has to offer, you must plan your road carefully. After 25 days, your party must be ready to face the dragon, the first major boss. To survive this encounter, I highly recommend prioritizing the main story quest. It rewards you with unique items and artifacts that make the final boss fight significantly easier. Completing this, along with Game Master quests, is also the most efficient way to farm soul points, the game meta progression currency. You will need them to permanently unlock new cards, items, characters, and stages. If you feel confident enough, fighting the dragon early is the fastest way to stack soul points. The game rewards your efficiency with a multiplier on your final reward. The more days you have remaining when you enter the battle, the higher the bonus, but be warned, it's a brutal challenge. Make sure you are fully prepared before entering its lair. In general, you should seek out as many battles as possible to level up your characters quickly. Every new level doesn't just boost your stats, it also adds fresh cards to your deck, which is the key to a successful run. When a battle begins, each hero can play one card and use one item per turn. Some cards are free to use, while others require elemental will. Certain cards also generate specific elemental charges when played, so it's crucial to monitor your team's synergy. Success depends on how well your hero's elements work together. There are 4 core elements in game: justice, mercy, dignity, and wisdom. If you lack the cost to play a card, you can charge it instead to create will for the next turn, or just use special items for replenishment, if you have some. The game also allows you to redraw cards at the cost of 2 DP, or even escape the battle entirely if you feel overwhelmed. Survival is key. As long as at least one character survives the encounter, the rest of your party will be revived afterwards. However, fallen heroes return with only minimal HP, and, the most importantly, is that they will not get any gold, items and experience from that battle. Focus on the goal. Once again, remember that you are on a strict clock before facing the dragon. Don't fall into the trap of trying to complete every single side quest. Stay focused on the main story, and the tasks that reward you with soul points or useful upgrades to your build to ensure your party is strong enough to finally clear the boss of the stage. Beyond the battlefield, managing your deck is the most important aspect of successful run. You must constantly refine your collection, enchant your most powerful spells and attacks, while eliminating any weak links that might clutter your hand. Don't forget to maximize your character's abilities. The most efficient way to collect this is by triggering random events. You can also earn them through quests or by purchasing them at specialized ability or secret shop. The stone circle is the kind of object you should never ignore on the map. These sites are vital for boosting your drop rates, allowing you to secure more gold, rare cards, and powerful items. However, they operate a push-your-luck mechanic. The first one is granted 100 success. The second attempt is a 50-50 gamble. If you are unlucky, you could actually reset or roll back your hard-earned bonuses. The third attempt is even riskier. I generally recommend stopping after the second attempt to avoid losing your positive momentum. Actually, opening treasure chest often feels like a lottery. While the loot is usually helpful, there is always a chance you will trigger a battle with a mimic. These are dangerous encounters, but defeating them rewards your team with a massive haul of gold. While I have always played Viractal in local co-op, I could not overlook the Whisper of the Devil, a mechanic that might be the most intriguing part of the entire experience. This feature is exclusive to online play, which makes perfect sense as it revolves around secrets between you and your teammates. The game actually features a built-in proximity voice chat, and this is where it gets really interesting. During a session, a mysterious message might suddenly appear on your screen, visible only to you. This is the Devil's Whisper. Keep in mind, your allies might be receiving these offers as well. The devil will attempt you to betray your party in exchange for a massive bounty of soul points at the end of the run. You can accept multiple deals, such as cursing your teammates to take more damage or sabotaging their dice rolls. But there is a catch. As you descend further into this dark pact, the negative effects on your team become more and more obvious. And here is the brilliant part. If you strike a deal with the devil, your voice in the in-game chat will begin to sound distorted and strange. a little airy hint to your teammates that there might be a traitor among them. Once the dragon falls and your run is successfully completed, you will receive your hard-earned soul points. You will find yourself back in that same dark, familiar room where it all began, but things have changed. By interacting with the poster on the wall, you can speak to the game master, Bahoka. He will provide deeper insight into the gameplay and the cryptic lore, but he can also act a bit strange sometimes. While you are here, take the time to read the memos scattered around the room. These are essential for anyone looking to dive deeper into the story, and also unlocking all of them is a strict requirement to get access to the game's final stage. The most interesting object in the starting room, however, is the alchemic table. This is your hub for progression. Here you can transmute your soul points to unlock new stages, characters, cards, and items. Each unlock expands the game possibilities, ensuring that your next journey into Viractal feels fresh, unpredictable, and full of new strategic opportunities. So why did I decide to make this video? The answer is pretty simple. I love this game. I have already sunk hundreds of hours into Viractal and it continues to pull me back in. The characters, map, and enemy designs are pretty charming and unique. The events remain unpredictable even after multiple runs, and the lore is surprisingly solid for a game in this genre. Even the sound design and music fit the atmosphere so perfectly that I couldn't imagine the world of Viractal without them. Unfortunately, a lack of marketing has left this project flying under the radar. I truly believe this game deserves more recognition. And more players mean more potential for future content. That's something I'm personally very excited for. While it's a bold choice for a developer to pour every resource into the game itself, rather than expensive promotion campaigns, it also means the game's growth relies on us, the community. But there are also a few things I'd like to see improved. First, the time limit. Sometimes I just want to linger and explore every corner of the map at my own pace before the final showdown. Second, the soul point economy feels a bit steep. The unlocks can be quite expensive, which can make the meta progression feel a bit slow at times. Increasing the rewards for clearing a map will go a long way in making the grind feel more satisfying. However, I have to be fair. Since I have mostly played local or solo, my experience with the reward might be different from those playing the intended online multiplayer mode. It's possible that the soul point gains are more balanced when you are playing with a full team online, especially with the Whisper of the Devil bonuses I mentioned earlier. Ultimately, Viractal is a hidden gem that more people need to experience. I hope this video has sparked your interest and some of you will join me on my journey through Viractal. And thank you for watching this video until the end.